Right, the Tudor Rose. Going to start it from now, the video, and see what happens, right? Okay, there we go. So the Tudor Rose, I've done 1, 2, 3 sets of circles. And each one has got bigger. If you can fit more on, that's great. If you can't, you can't. So then what I did was I drew, in fact I can do it on here. No, I'll do a little one here to show you, okay? So the first thing you do is you draw a circle as big as you want in your piece. You draw another one and then another one, okay? Or as many as you need. So I've drawn 3. And then what you do is you put your normal, as we're doing our every day with our moodles, we do that, okay? So we only want 4 sections. So the first section is this one. So I've done all that, I've got all my lines on, right? And the first section is this one. So it starts either side, so I'll go up, dip in the middle on this line, not dip right really big, but a little one, back up and round off. So we're sort of doing a soldier bond on it, you know, brick bond. So the next one is on the centre of that one is now the joint for the others. Do you get me? So this one, it'd be over that joint there. So when we get to this one, the outside, still 4 sections. That's all we're going to do, 4 sections. And then we're going to put it over, well, we can change it actually. We can have it slightly off or the same, but I prefer to have it the way that I've done it before. So we're going to do with this section, which is slightly bigger now. So if I just show you that we're going to knock the corner off, okay, and then we're going to slowly dip and up. It doesn't matter if your dip is a bit too dippy, really doesn't matter, you know, at the end of the day it's a drawing. So your corners and around, that's a bit, I might need to bring it in a bit more. So again on here, round your corners like that, which is so simple to do, round and up. And again here, round your corners. Now I need to know which well, don't actually, which line, which sort of line I'm looking at, because I've got this old, all my stuff is in the car, and I've, as you know, I haven't got my car because I have to share, and it's a nightmare, but it's got to be done because he's very conscientious. He always used to look after me when I didn't have a car. So, but it's really hard work at the moment. I'm just going to nip to my car and get my stuff, and I can't. So I'm just rebuilding mine a little bit to make it easier to see. If you want, you could draw one, as I always say. Draw one, cut it out on paper so you've got it. But I quite like the idea of it being quite fluid and you know, more natural. I'm not worried about it all looking the same. It's more handmade then, more natural. So what we've got here in essence is a Tudor rose. You can make it as big as you want. You can make it as sort of you know, as detailed as you want. So I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking I'm going to put an outside line on it. Now I have got a number 3, which is quite a nice size. So I'm just going to go for the best line. I'm just going to go up, take my time, enjoy it. Watch where I'm going back to. I am not trying to complete it in one section or one go. I want each section to be its own piece. I'm taking my time. Watch where you're going, because if you can't see where you're going, you'll go off pieced. Right, okay. So we've got our 4. and it works anyway. This is very decorative. So here you might think, right, well, okay, I'm going to get my little ruler, or in this case a big one, and you put a little mark each time in the middle of it to where you want it to be. So in this point I'm going to put a 0.5, okay, and then each time I have a dip, the dip goes to that. I'm not really bothered, but it's just a little idea for those perfectionists out there who find it difficult to do. So, oh, at least 27 of us have come back. So I'm going to go up, rounded, down to my dot, up, and rounded. Up, dot, rounded. Up, dot, rounded. Up, and I can't see where I'm going. That change your hand so that you can see. See, it's got a bit wobbly now, but you can't tell when you know the overall pattern of things. You can't see. Here we're going to go to there, and it's a number 3. This, so it's not too thick, but not too thin either. I like drawing in a number 3. That's probably the best shape out of them all. But I really don't rely too much on perfection, as you well know. So I have got my basis of my Tudor Rose, right? Rub out your lines. All those lines don't want to come out with that compass. Probably is lead. I'm going to have to be a bit careful. It's a real hard lead as well. Goodness me, you can't tell it's a different pencil. Wow, they didn't come off. Blooming heck. So anyway, we've got our basis of our Tudor Rose. Now I know I'll get traditionalists and you know, professors or something telling me that's not a Tudor Rose, but I don't really care. It's my interpretation of one. So the next thing is, what we want to do, we're going to sort of look at a pattern, and I'm going to do a very simple pattern in the first one. I'm going to do alternates, so I don't want them all to look the same. I really don't. I did one in my other one that was really cool, and I can't remember which one it was. It'll come to me at some point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of think about that one and that one, that one and that one, and then alternate them. So this one here, I've got to do 1, 2, 3, okay. And I'm doing scallops, or whatever you want to call them, and they're going each way. A little bit bigger to fill in the gap, but then leaving, you know, a little space so that you don't have to stretch them too much. So they're going bigger as they're going out here. And then just fill them in as and when, because you won't see that bit. You know, that's sort of, do you get me? You'll only see the actual bottom part of it, which is cool. So while we're doing that one, we'll get onto this one as well. So we started with the middle. We did 3 each side, and then we did 1. There we go. Looks slightly different to that one, but it doesn't really matter. Like I say, perfection. Imperfection is perfection. Like I said, it only took me 50 years to suss that one out. So in these two, we're going to have this like really simple little shell formation, and you can use a big black pen if you want and colour it in. You could use colour ones. You could use anything you want, but the idea is we're going to create like an inner bit to it. So that way it really doesn't matter that you've got, I don't want there, that you've got like different sizes, because when you're looking at it as a whole, you don't necessarily see those things. You're more focused on pattern and decoration sort of thing. So it's really, you know, tricking your eye. Trompe-l'oeil. Well, it's not trompe-l'oeil as the proper term, but it's trompe-l'oeil means trick of the eye. So what we're doing is giving the eye an overall appeal, an idea. So again, doing this like shell. This is great for shell formations, for seeds, anything like that has concentric, like, I know it's not exactly, but pine cones, things like that. It's a great little stylized pattern for that. So there we go. So we've got the two together, okay, 1 and 2. So we've got a rounded one, so let's go for something a little bit more square, and this will be quite simple. We'll just go from the middle out and 2 lines either side, middle. There we go. It's a bit off, but who cares? So now we've got the other 2. And what I really do like is this shape. So I'm going to accentuate that and bring it in to be part of it. I don't want it to be like a spider's web, but that's the sort of feel that you get from it. But where it dips, you sort of dip with it. There we go. So then we put in a pattern and we think about what pattern do we want here. Well, we've got a round pattern, so now we need a square. So looking at this, I think if we just have just one triangle. Oh, that's a bit big. That's because I didn't turn my page. One triangle there, triangle there, triangle there. Great. And then one there, one there, one there, one there. If they don't match up, it really isn't a problem, because it's not an issue, honestly. It's all about pattern making, not perfection. So we can actually fill these, because these look a bit scruffy at the moment, but when you start to add pattern in between, you get a really nice feel to them. So let's do this one. So it's a triangle in the middle that meets, top one goes like that. I need to be a bit bigger with these. If the shape and lines are the same, you'll get a similar triangle, but when each triangle is different, obviously that's going to have a big impact on your shape and stuff. So don't put don't worry too much. Really weird weather today, really weird. I don't like it like this. It's like an electrical storm. It's really weird. The lights were fizzing, everything. So here we could put one in there if we wish, or there, whatever. So I'm going to just put in here just